again. I am exactly 7 days out from my surgery. I had it on May the 28th, 2014, and this marks my 7th day, so obviously I'm a week out. The day of the surgery went really well. I managed to stay pretty calm right up until when they took me in to be prepared for the surgery. I did have some Ativan about an hour before they took me in, and so I was feeling pretty calm. I think you need to ask your doctor if you can do that or not. I actually talked to the anesthesiologist and she gave me the go-ahead to do that. I don't think you should just take it on your own, so I don't want to advise you on that, but it was helpful. I almost got bumped. I wasn't aware of that until my surgeon came into the room and he said, "Oh, do you know what's going on? There's a big panic." And I had no idea, and he said there'd been a huge trauma come in. And this team that was set to do my surgery left him to go take care of the trauma patient. And in the meantime, the head nurse had called around and pulled in a team to work with him on my surgery. So I almost got bumped. And he was like, "Oh, I couldn't let that happen to you after everything you've been through." And, you know, he said he passed on a thank you email to the head nurse on behalf of me, but I just got her name yesterday, and I'm going to send an email myself and thank her again, and also for her to pass on thanks to everybody who stepped in and helped that day. So things went really well. I don't really even remember being in the recovery room. I just remember coming right into my room on morphine, which was a good thing. Wasn't in a lot of pain, kind of surprising, maybe because I was on the morphine, but I didn't really have a lot of pain going on. Mostly just nausea was going on, which feels really crappy after surgery, no matter what you're doing. So that's pretty much what they had to keep an eye on for me. I didn't need a lot of the pain medication after the day after. We cranked it right down to some Tylenol, and that was fine. It was difficult with the nurses because in our hospital, they only see bariatric patients maybe 2 days at a time. And so the vast majority of nurses don't know what to do for you or how to deal with you. There is a small number. My surgeon actually sponsors nurses to go over to conferences about this surgery, and I managed to have one of those as one of my evening nurses, and she was very knowledgeable and very helpful and sympathetic and very, very understanding. So it was nice to have that instead of the overwhelmed day nurses that I had, who essentially just left me as if I'd done this to myself. So I really didn't feel any love from the nurses in the daytime, but the hospital was great. My surgeon was awesome. He came in and checked on me and sent me home. I've been doing really well. I have felt great since day 3 probably. No nausea, no gas, no diarrhea, no, what else do people complain about? Yeah, the nausea went away. Yeah, so feeling really good. And I talked to my surgeon today and was like, "I don't really feel like you did anything to me. I'm feeling too good." And his big question was, "Well, are you feeling full once you eat?" And so I do feel full, but I'm easily taking in fluid, you know, probably 8 cups of fluid easily a day and keeping that down. And I'm managing to get in, you know, 65, 70 grams of protein. And yeah, I'm just on the full fluid diet. So lots of yogurt and cream soup and jello and sugar-free pudding. And the big thing is the protein, so whey powder, sort of filling into the soups and into the yogurt and things like that. So yeah, 70 grams is what they're asking me to do. So that's manageable. My mom is here, which is really great. So she's sort of been looking after the kitchen end of things. And my son has been awesome. He sort of took charge of everything when I got home from surgery and had all my medication set up and made that really simple for me to do. I would suggest what he did for me, which was to set alarms on my iPhone and had all the medication times set so that I wouldn't forget what was going on. So that's been very helpful. I also came home with some blood thinner medication. You have to give it to yourself with a needle. So I was kind of freaked out about doing that. The nice nurse who had been at the conference, who understood some about this bariatric surgery, actually gave me my last needle in the hospital and had me do it to myself. So when it came time for me to do it, I wasn't so freaked out about it. And really, it's not a big deal if you have to do it. Don't worry about it. It's almost like, this is going to help you not get a blood clot, and so why wouldn't you do that? So that's been a kind of easier thing than I thought it would be. What else? Just feeling really good. I should tell you my stats. That seems to be what everybody wants to know. I should have started off with that at the beginning. My highest weight was 289. My surgery weight is 226, and my current weight is 222. So I'm just down 4 pounds. I was feeling kind of bummed about that because on the Facebook pages I'm on, people are dropping huge amounts of weights in the first 2 weeks, like 23 pounds and big weight loss like that. But when I talked to the surgeon today, he was really happy that I'd lost 4 pounds. He said it should be 2 pounds a week, and that's all he's expecting from me. So I think slow and steady might win this race, even though I'd rather be the rabbit in the game. But I don't have a super high BMI, and I think that might have something to do with the slow weight loss, but that's good. Maybe I'll avoid some of the problems that comes with quick weight loss. We'll see what happens. What else can I talk about? Something I wanted to talk about was being prepared. So if you're watching these videos, you obviously are doing your research and you're listening and following what other people have been through before you, which is so smart. I met a woman in the hospital when I was there who'd had her surgery just before me, and she didn't seem to know much about what was going on to her. She didn't seem very well informed, and so that really put her in a vulnerable position, I felt. With all the reading and research that I've done, online research, and in the Facebook community with this surgery, I felt so prepared. And when things were coming up, I knew what they meant, I knew what they were, I knew what to expect. And granted, I've had a really easy time of it. I felt really prepared for whatever was going to come my way. So I really encourage you to find other videos and vlogs that talk about this surgery so that you can hear a wider range of experiences than just maybe what you would hear from a friend or somebody you know whose friend had that surgery, something like that. So good idea to be online and reading and hearing everything you can. I don't think you can be too prepared for this surgery. Something I meant to talk about was I have bipolar disorder, and I'm on a fair bit of medication. The concern for that was within the first 2 weeks of the surgery, my surgeon doesn't let me swallow pills. And so I was very concerned how I was going to keep balanced and level through this surgery if I couldn't take my pills when I needed to. The pharmacy managed to work out giving me my doses throughout the day instead of just having them morning and night. I've had them several times a day so that the dosage stays nice and balanced in my system. And I was actually really freaked out about that. That was my main concern. I really wasn't freaked out about the surgery. It was how I would manage myself for the next 2 weeks. And it's turned out really well. Not so great in the hospital. I was having to do a lot of asking for medication, and they didn't have some of the medication, and we ended up just using the blister packing that I had brought with me. And a couple of the nurses weren't really grinding the medication down very well. It was still quite chunky. I had to break it down with my spoon. But I feel great, and it tastes awful. It's really horrible to choke down your powdered pain medication and other medication and vitamins too. I have to grind down, and that's kind of a drag, but I guess it's just part of the game. Anyway, so if you have bipolar or some other mental health issue where you take medication and you're worried, the best thing you can do is go talk to your pharmacist or your doctor, obviously, first. But I worked with my pharmacist closely, and they're the ones who managed to organize everything for me so that I am having a really successful recovery. And once I start being able to swallow pills again, I think I'll go back to the regimen I had before, just because it's easier than all throughout the day. But don't be afraid. There's a way to work things out. And also a caution, some medication you cannot crush. So don't go ahead and crush whatever you're taking. It's just, some of them can become toxic. It's very dangerous to do. So please don't crush anything unless you talk to your doctor or your pharmacist. A lot of people just go ahead and do it that I read online. They're just hearing from other people to just crush it. But I just want to warn you, please don't do that. Make sure you check in with your pharmacist. I'll repeat myself 20 times about that, but I can't be more serious about that. So yeah, do check into that. But again, if you are on medication, this doesn't mean that you can't have this surgery. It doesn't mean that because you have a mental health concern that you're out of the running for this. I have a psychiatrist, and so I work with him all the time. In the States, they do a lot of psych evaluations, so I'm not sure how that all lays out, but that's not something I had to do here. Maybe because I'm already under the care of a physician. I'm not sure, but it's all worked out for me. So please have some courage, ask some good questions, and you'll be able to find the right answer for you, whether this surgery is right for you or not. So, what else? Yeah, I think that's probably about it. I'm sure you've had enough. Again, I'm just shocked at how well I'm doing. It's shocking. It feels great. I have a lot of energy. I feel really positive. I kind of feel like I went into this with a really positive attitude. Was really calm throughout it, got as much information as I could, and I really feel like that my recovery is a reflection of all of that. So the more you can know, the more you can keep yourself calm, keep yourself positive, surround yourself with positive people, lots of people who support you. Even if it's just one person who's your number one support person, that person will be a jewel to you. So keep the people close who are ready to support you and lean on them when you need it. That's what they're there for. So you don't have to go through this by yourself. Make sure you talk about everything you're feeling with these people who love you and support you. It's an excellent way to go into surgery. What else can I say? So, vertical sleeve gastrectomy, successful. And we'll see how the eating goes. I've got another week of liquids, and then we're on to purees. And so hopefully I'll have maybe some little mini recipes or something that we can work out and share online here. So, okay, that's it. Take good care of yourself. If you have any questions, just let me know. And probably I'll do another one out. I'll do another one in about another week or so. I'll try to do it weekly. So anyways, again, if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great night. It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.